So when it comes to censorship, it is getting worse progressively as like the weeks go on, right? And especially in two countries, that being here in Australia and also in the UK. Now here in Australia, we're going to talk a little bit about that like a little bit further in the video. But first we're going to talk about the UK, because as much as I think Australia is bad, especially one group at the moment that is just, you know, making Aussies look terrible of when it comes to this whole entire censorship thing. But the UK, they are 100% next level. Where a few days ago, it came out that supposedly like the UK Online Safety Act that they're running, that they were going to be fining 4chan like $20,000 every single day. And now they're moving this on to X or Twitter, however you know it. I usually call it Twitter, but we're going to call it X because they're actually using it foremost in here. Global Government Affairs page on X posted that the UK's Online Safety Act, while intended to protect users, risks severe infringement on freedom of speech by empowering regulators to mandate broad content removal. Platforms face immense pressure to over-censor legal expression to avoid hefty fines, stifling open discourse and individual liberties worldwide. At X, we remain committed to defending our users against such overreach. Ofcom, which is the Office of Communications in the UK, they are now going after X, where apparently that Ofcom wants to punish X for over-censoring user content, making the UK government look bad. In their view, X violates the Online Safety Act by over-complying. If Ofcom goes after X, I hope Elon kicks their ass. To me, this situation is really funny. Because first, the Online Safety Act is saying that places like Twitter, they have to censor certain things. And then what Elon does and what X does is that like they're like, oh, you want us to censor it? All right. We'll take it to the whole fucking next level. Basically being a smartass about this whole entire thing, basically complying in a malicious way. And now the UK is wanting to go back after X. It's just like, it doesn't make fucking sense whatsoever. See where this whole entire like censorship and these online safety acts, how they actually don't make sense and how they're completely fucking bullshit. That's why with the global government affairs, where it says that it's intended to protect users, risk severe infringement on freedom of speech by empowering regulators to mandate broad content removal. That's what it is. It's not a censorship thing, because X literally goes, all right, you want us to mandate stuff? Here we go. We're mandating it for you. And now they're complaining about the fact that they're over censoring things. It's like, make it fucking make sense, UK. You guys are just a complete like joke at the moment. And not only this is this coming out of the UK, but now there is a fucking Karen, obviously someone who is like in for all of these online safety acts, is now coming on some talk show. I've never seen this show in my life. It's obviously somewhere in the UK, saying that now there should be age verification of when it comes to VPNs.
Verification.
Yeah, but people who want to can see it now by using a VPN. Yeah. Do you want to bring age verification in on a VPN?
Two things in answer to that. One, most children see it on social media.
Okay.
So
But I'm asking about VPN because time is tight, and you might even risk making the news if you want.
Of course we need age verification on VPNs. It's absolutely a loophole that needs closing, and that's one of my major recommendations.
And don't you just love it, where every single time, it's always a Karen. It's always a Karen. It's never some like person who like clearly has knowledge of these situations of when it comes to online safety and, you know, different websites and VPNs and all that stuff. No, it's some lady who doesn't know anything that she's fucking talking about, doesn't know the details of it, probably barely goes online at all. All she probably does is flick through TikTok every single day and played her fucking Bejeweled ripoff game with her phone like this at 6 p.m. at night. It's like, you're not online. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. You are not in favor of protecting kids. This is not a protecting kids thing. This is to censor people against what you think, because it all starts off with, oh, we're doing this to protect the kids. And then before you know it, it goes into, oh, no, you have to take that down because we say so, because it's protecting the kids. And they make it out like it's protecting the kids, but the whole time, no, it's actually because they don't like it. And speaking of things people don't like, Collective Shout. They are the Australian group, the Australian firm, whatever the fuck they are, biggest pieces of shit that has ever existed. They came out with an article talking about how Gamergate returns. Online Hate Prevention Institute condemns online abuse of our term. So there's this Online Hate Prevention Institute talking about how Gamergate returns. And I really love how Gamergate has always been spun as this thing of when it came to like, talking bad against women, right? And even though there was some bad actors inside of Gamergate, there were some people who were just going after women that whole entire time. Gamergate originated because some lady released the game, and in order to get more favorable reviews, she sucked off the reviewers, and then they gave her better reviews on her game, and the whole entire gamer community was like, we don't want people to fabricate their articles and their reviews for a game because you know someone or because you suck their dick. And then it all was just like, oh, I'm getting abused over this. No. And then you wonder why people come after you. But in this whole entire article, at the end, in the conclusion, they talk about the supposed extreme nature and volume of the content that we've been receiving, all the hate that they've been getting, attacking Collective Shout and the women who work there and those who serve and those of the board and directors. And also stating at the end here that these are serious cases of cyber harassment, and there needs to be government responses, including international cooperation between law enforcement agencies. Threats of death and rape are not free speech, not even in the United States, where some of the trolls clearly come from. Now, this is once again where it's the minority. Like, there is people who are sending them death threats, okay? And I would never say that's a good thing. No, you should not send someone death threats, even if you disagree with them. You can call them an idiot, call them retarded, because that's what they are, but don't send death threats and rape threats. That's just stupid. But that's still like this amount of the people. The real people that are actually speaking out, if you go on YouTube and you watch videos of when it comes to people like me speaking out against Collective Shout, we're calling you stupid because you're trying to censor things that, like gamers, you're trying to censor games that you have no knowledge on. So what if someone wants to play a porn game? So what if someone wants to play a Guna game? It's not fucking real. It's pixels on a screen. Let someone play their game. It's better as well that they sit there in their mother's basement playing their Guna games than them going out and trying to do something stupid on the streets. So if anything, let them sit there and play their fucking Guna games. And once again, it's the exact same thing of where it starts off with them getting rid of porn games, and then before you know it, they start moving to violent video games, and then they start moving to other video games because it's like, oh, we don't like this, so now we want this removed. And we saw it with the whole entire fiasco with Steam, where Visa and MasterCard got removed off Steam in some countries because Collective Shout started bitching and moaning about some of the games that might possibly be on Steam. And it wasn't just Guna games that were getting removed, it was also games like Mouthwashing that just have some darker themes in it. And once again, you want to know who's responsible for Collective Shout? This group of Karens. Once again, it's a group of middle-aged Karens who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They know nothing of this space. They are not involved in this space. They don't know shit, okay? They don't know fucking nothing. I wish that I was a bigger YouTuber. I wish that I was a bigger YouTuber because I would 100% start a petition against Collective Shout one way or another. Start a petition against censorship in Australia because it is bad, especially in the video game realm. It's fucking stupid. And if anything, it's only getting worse because of this dumb group. These censorship issues are stupid because once again, it starts off with them putting a front on that, oh, we're protecting the children. And then before you know it, they start removing things and censoring things because they don't like it. I mean, you can see it right now of when it comes to the UK and X. Is that X went, okay, we'll mandate our platform. They start mandating it. And then UK is just like, we don't like the way you're mandating it. Great fucking example. A really great example of why this whole entire censorship thing of protecting the children is bullshit. So I would definitely like to hear what you guys think about this whole entire situation down below. That's going to be it from me. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.